All new at 9:30, a Fox 31 Denver investigation reveals a stunning find, a $500 payoff to keep this explosion silent. But the problem solvers got wind of it, and it's not hushed up anymore.
$500 is what the tenants affected by a huge blast were offered if they kept their mouths shut.
It happened 2 months ago in Littleton, and now victims are talking only with Fox 31 Denver investigative reporter Rob Lowe. And Rob, this apartment explosion never made the news when it happened, did it?
No, it didn't, which might have been the preference of Triton Properties. 1 week after the explosion, which sent cancer-causing asbestos into the air, the property management company offered 16 displaced tenants $500 to find a new place and never speak about an explosion that left one woman in the burn unit for a week.
6651 South Vine Street for a fire. So there was an explosion?
Yes, I could barely hear you. I heard an explosion. I thought somebody here that's very injured.
The explosion inside the SouthGlenn apartments sent black smoke throughout the complex, even onto cars in the parking lot. Cancer-causing asbestos in the insulation came raining down. This photograph shows the boiler room, and this one shows the hole into the neighboring apartments where a young mom was sitting on her sofa watching TV one moment, running for her life the next.
I just saw something black fly at my face, and everything just like went black.
No, don't hang up the phone. What kind of injuries do you have?
The mom was airlifted to a hospital burn unit with injuries almost too gruesome to show.
Something happened to my ear. I can't hear out of this.
Justine Platero's voice has been affected too. She speaks softly and cannot be in the sun for long periods of time. Her arm and shoulder still showed the effects of second-degree burns. Her face has healed remarkably well, and she's grateful her 6-year-old son was in his bedroom unharmed at the time of the June 12th blast. But both have lost plenty.
My furniture, my clothes, my everything. I lost everything. I lost maybe like a peace of mind. Like I felt safe, that my home was somewhere I felt safe.
I feel terrible for her, and I feel terrible for everyone else who's been displaced just like her.
Brian Peterson lived just above Justine Platero. Triton Properties put him and 15 neighbors in this extended stay hotel for about 2 weeks and then sent everyone eviction letters. Tenants, now suddenly homeless and caught off guard by a confidential release form offering $500 with a catch.
It was aggressive, and it was hard to sign it given those terms.
The terms protected Triton Properties from all debts, demands, actions, causes of actions, suits, proceedings, agreements, contracts, judgments, damages, accounts, claims, and liabilities whatsoever. And here's the kicker. Tenant agrees to never disclose or cause to be made public to any person or entity any information regarding the June 12, 2015 incident at the SouthGlenn Plaza apartments.
I felt like there's a price that's been given, and then I have to be quiet.
I don't think there's any question this was hush-hush money.
Chad Hemmat is Justine Platero's attorney, who had no idea about the confidential agreements until we showed it to him.
These folks are trying to save themselves the possibility of long-term litigation by getting folks who don't have a place to stay, they're at their most vulnerable, and say, hey, sign away rights and we'll give you $500. By the way, you can't live here ever again because it's so dangerous.
Asbestos concerns have kept the interior of the complex off limits. The courtyard a no man's land. Remnants of the boiler were laid out for investigators to examine.
Overpressure, I think, was the primary cause.
Steve Nelson is the state boiler inspector. It took Triton 17 days to notify him of the explosion. By then, his key piece of evidence, the pressure release valve, was missing. How much do you wish they had secured the evidence right away?
Oh, that would have been great. It sure would have helped answer some questions that are out there.
In his report, Nelson writes, Triton management suggested the pressure release valve appears to have been stolen by copper collectors. Do you buy that, or does that sound curious to you?
You know, it can be a little bit curious, but
it absolutely is Triton's effort through their property management to cover up something here. There's no question about it.
Attorney Chad Hemmat says after the explosion, this complex was locked up like Fort Knox, and still is. Within days, he filed a lawsuit demanding Triton Properties preserve every piece of evidence in this courtyard. He dismisses the notion that copper thieves got inside and took the pressure relief valve.
There they took the one important thing that would possibly connect the lack of maintenance to the negligence of this company.
Triton Properties refused to talk with us on camera, but defended its $500 payoffs to tenants in a statement that reads, "We are also giving those residents the opportunity to participate in a program providing for quick and reasonable payments for possible property damage and incidental expenses." Not addressed was why the payoff was intended to be a secret that eliminated all legal rights for the tenants.
If you're going to offer people $500 not to say anything, then that $500 could have been used to get someone to check the boiler to make sure nothing was wrong with it.
Boilers are supposed to be inspected every 2 years, and the boiler in question did pass its last inspection in March of 2014. But inspectors note this boiler was as old as the building itself, 45 years. Justine Platero filed a lawsuit within days, and other tenants have hired lawyers as well. Rob Lowe, Fox 31 Denver.
Very interesting. Now, if you've got a case for the problem solvers, be sure to let us know. Email problemsolvers@kdvr.com. You can go to 303-566-7575 or go to our website, kdvr.com. Click Contact Us at the top of the homepage.
New at 9:30.